Welcome everybody, stay with me as I do this textured half-up tutorial. This hairstyle is perfect for weddings, proms, or quinceañeras. To save some time, I've already pre-curled all of the hair and I just left this top part so I could show you how I do my curl with this wand so I can get that volume that I need at that root. And I just try to get as close as I can to the scalp without burning her. This is very important so that I can have that texture that I'm gonna need later on. See how that gave it some lift at the root right there? That's exactly what I need. I only do this in the crown section, leaving the hair around the face out because I need a different type of curl for that area. Once I'm done curling it, I tousle the hair up just to kind of see what kind of curls I'm gonna get and start giving it a little bit of shape. I'm pinning the top part out of my way so that I can start working on the bottom and create a little base to where I'm gonna be adding all the curls to. I usually give a little tease in this area before pinning it down, but since she has extensions, I don't need to do that. She already has a little bit of volume. For this type of hairstyle, I like to put my base with my bobby pins right at the height where her ears are. Using 3 bobby pins to secure each side so that when I go in and pull out the hair, I have a little bit of tension and it's gonna stay, just like so. This is gonna allow me to have some volume so when I place the curls on top, it'll be lifted and be textured. This is a very important part of the process. And you definitely want to add some volumizing powder before you go in and do that. That's going to help it stay better. She already has product in her hair. I'm going to go in right now and actually add volumizing powder to her roots to create a bit of lift right there too. And I'm going to give it a little tease to get it to stay. Not too much, but enough to where I feel like it's lifted enough. Using the end of my teasing comb, I section out the hair to start picking out the pieces that I'm going to start working with. This comb is awesome and it has different purposes. For getting lift, teasing, and sectioning off the hair, it's perfect. Twisting it a little bit to give it that shape that I want before I start pinning it in. I pin my curls in the same place where I created my base so that it has a very strong hold and it doesn't go anywhere. Giving the bobby pin a little twist before I go ahead and pin. Twisting and pinning is a key technique for this type of hairstyle, as well as the product you use. My favorite products to use for updos are shining spray, wax spray, volumizing powder, and texturizing spray. And a very strong hold hairspray is a must at the very end. It sounds like a lot of sprays, but they all serve a different purpose and they're very, very helpful. I continue to twist and pin all around the crown section until I get to the sides and I start seeing the style come together. As I'm laying each curl down, I kind of start getting an idea of where I'm going to place the next curl. Holding the curl by the bottom and pinching it up at the top like I'm doing right there creates a fluffier curl and it just gives it a little bit more fullness and it looks prettier. That is when my texturizing spray comes in handy because it allows that shape to stay the way I make it. Twisting the bobby pin inward as I pin it in helps me prevent the bobby pin from showing, and the more I lay on top of that piece, the more it's going to be hidden. At the end, you won't be able to see the bobby pins. The fluffier the curls, the more volume you'll get, and that's perfect for people with super fine hair. Doing this process to each curl is a little tedious, but it's totally worth it in the end. Especially when you have two-toned hair color. That's why I put these clip-ins on this doll so that you guys could see how beautiful it looks with the dimension in it. Going back to the top now to integrate those top pieces and start to see where I want to place them so that it looks good from the side and the front. Going in with my wax spray to help me with those flyaways and give it some shine and shape when I put them in. I divide that big section into 2 pieces and start twirling them opposite ways so I can start seeing where I want to place them, where they're going to look good, and where they're going to stay in all day. This hairstyle is very popular for beach weddings or bohemian style weddings, and you just integrate a braid or 2 on either side and it looks beautiful, along with some flowers or definitely some type of bridal hair accessory. And once again, softly holding my curl at the bottom and pinching and pulling at the top is key to continue to build on this beautiful hairstyle. The key is to hold the hair very, very soft. This hairstyle also looks really pretty on short hair. Follow my account if you would like to keep learning about hairstyling techniques, updos, all things beauty, as well as tips and tricks that I've learned along the years. Also, I'll be recommending tools that I think are perfect and must-haves for you to try at home. Also, leave me in the comments if there's any updo or hairstyle you would like me to do a video on. At this point, I start weaving in some of my last curls into the curls that are already pinned down just to give it more of a tousled look, which is the look that I'm going for here. And just trying to see where I want to put in my last pieces before I start working on the front. As you can see here, the look is coming together very nicely and I'm going to start working on the bangs pretty soon. Gotta find that perfect spot to land it on so it could look good from all angles. A good tip to have your pins stay in place all day is to cross them with the other pins that are already in there. That way you know they're not going anywhere for the rest of the day. One of my favorite parts is at the end when I put in the hair accessory and it just makes the look all come together. Working with my bangs now, I put a little texturizing powder already on those roots and I'm just gonna tease it, and then I bring it down and kind of use my teasing comb to help me kind of make it into the shape that I wanted, and then I bring it down, and that's it for the bangs. I always use volumizing powder on the bangs to ensure that throughout the day the bangs don't go flat to their head. Here comes my favorite part. I love the way that accessory looks in her hair. It almost gives Greek vibes, don't you think? The tricky thing about placing these hair accessories is that you need to get it right almost on the first try, because if you want to readjust it, it's kind of difficult because it has so many details that it makes it get tangled in the hair. So moving it from place to place is not fun. And now I'm just securing it on the left side. Here's the look, guys. Tell me what you think.